The next person, or rather, so actually, the next Arsenal fan that says they can win the title this season, I might get a shotgun or a nuke or a nuclear device. Kim Jong Un and I are we're very good friends. I'll get a nuke and I'll nuclear, point blank. This is why Arsenal won't win the league. Just like clockwork, yes. They'll win games like this, they'll win games like that. But when it comes to a game, you have to win. They don't win. And what is the argument that people will say? Because you're looking at a Tottenham, or they'll say, oh, they're undefeated, tough team, and a team who was undefeated. It's going to be hard to defeat them. Undefeated in the league. So for Arsenal, I asked them, because Bayer Leverkusen, I think the Leverkusen are now, I think they're like 7th in the Bundesliga. Leverkusen are a good team. They're a very good team. But they're currently, I think, 7th in the Bundesliga or so, something like that. So Arsenal are higher in the league in the Premiership than Leverkusen are in their own league. And Leverkusen deservedly 100% beat Tottenham. Harry Kane was coming back from an injury. Coming back from a pretty lengthy injury. So for Arsenal, I just say that what was the excuse? Because again, for Tottenham, I thought that the way they approached the game, based off Arsenal being the favourites for the game, the way they approached the game, I thought was excellent. I thought it was really good. Again, Tottenham, I'll get to them later in the segment, but Tottenham are not going to do what they did last season. They're still playing their way and everything, but I do not see them reaching their footballing heights, their offensive heights that they reached last season. That's why they're not going through a pretty rough patch at the moment. But you're looking at an Arsenal, and you're playing at home. You're in great form. Your star playmaker is doing his thing. There's the Zillage. It's a North London derby, so you should even raise your performance levels even higher. I just didn't see what the reason was for not winning this game. And look at the details. First half, Arsenal was the better team in the first half. Yes, Tottenham had possession of the ball and controlled the game in bits, but they did literally nothing attacking-wise. They didn't really create any chances. Arsenal were the guys that created the chances, very good chances. Iwobi, I don't understand what is happening with his shooting, because that was a chance that he should have scored when Ches laid it towards him. But I think Arsenal, again, they had the control of the game. And I don't know what happened in the second half, because in the second half, they went to sleep, their levels dropped, and they allowed, that's the key thing, they allowed Tottenham back into the game. It wasn't a case of Tottenham just playing better and really pushing in there. Obviously, they raised their game as well, but the key thing was Arsenal allowing them to get back in the game. And you're looking at for Koscielny, that's just a very stupid tackle. It's a very stupid tackle to make. But let's now go into stronger detail about this. So Wenger really thought that his no striker stroke Alexis Sanchez false nine thing would work, which worked against Sunderland, who have one victory so far. That would work against your North London derby rivals, who are right up there in the table. Because there were times where, like, Arsenal, they would cross the ball and it's like, who's in there? So, but you somehow still thought that, Giroud would come on and give you those Gs, which he did against Sunderland. I repeat, Sunderland, against Tottenham. Because again, for Wenger, you're shooting yourself in the foot doing that, Because you're playing against your derby rivals. My God, the least is to have a damn striker. But for Tottenham, I think they were obviously missing Dele Alli. I think his creative force was missed. But again, the best player on the pitch was Dembele, and he's a guy that I've never really been able to figure out why he's not really up there. Because I just see a guy he almost reminds me of like Hernandez, a guy who I feel like, I don't think you're fulfilling your potential, because I see an excellent footballer here. 2-footed, great control of the ball, great sense of, great speed of changing the direction, awareness of everything that's happening around him. Like, for me, I feel like Dembele can really be the guy that Eriksen was supposed to be, i.e., you're the points man, you're the points guard, you're the guy that's really controlling how Tottenham go, you're controlling the tempo of the game. Because in the second half, Remember, it was Dembele who won the penalty, and it was really him that controlled that midfield again. So, but I think for Tottenham, the biggest issue, and I raised this at the hangout, obviously Kane, he can't play 90 minutes, but he came, he scored his penalty, he did the same, but obviously you couldn't really expect much sharpness from him over the course of the game. But the issue was that he came off, and in his place came a guy who I strongly believe is the worst player in the Premiership. Janssen is garbage. This guy is awful. I don't think he did a pass of any worth. No shot on target, no dribble, didn't really run with the ball. The perfect example of total ineffectiveness. He's a full-on break. So I say, who the hell found this guy? This guy's horrendous. He's crap, and he's in the national team for Holland. My Lord in heaven. My Lord in heaven. But obviously, as a whole, because it's a North London derby and everything, for Tottenham, it's a great result. It's a good result for Tottenham. You're playing away from home against a team who are in form with many wins. A lot of their key players playing very well, and they came away with a draw. And Tottenham had very, very good chances to win the game. But again, I think they were really missing Ali. And because again, correct me if I'm wrong, Dele Alli wasn't playing in that game, because I'm pretty sure I didn't see him playing in the game. But I think that is something in an attack, because again, if Janssen can't be your second choice, he can't be, because obviously Son is like a secondary striker. So for Pochettino, they need to get another quality striker. They need another attacking option. Janssen isn't it. That guy should be sold. That guy should go to Siberia and start shoveling hardcore snow. But with regards to Arsenal, man, it's like, I'm sorry, you have to win this game. And this is a question, because obviously you've got the skill, you've got the talent, you've got the players, but this is a question of mentality. And that's the key thing. A winning mentality. A winning mentality is, we've got to get it done. Okay, we don't need 6 passes to go through. Let's just do 2 passes. Let's just take a shot from 40 yards here. So you can't say who was the culprit, but I'm sorry. I look at Ozil. People may not like what I'm about to say, but Dembele was running things for Tottenham. He was doing his thing in the first half. He completely took over the game in the second half. For Ozil, he didn't take over the game. This is a big game, huge game, important game, in which if you had won, you would have gone top of the table, because you knew Man City had dropped points on the Saturday. For Ozil, you've got to take over the game. You've got to demand the ball. You've got to run things. You've got to start picking the ball in key spaces and really get the team going, get people going, get overlaps going, start really running things. You didn't do it. And that is an indictment of you, because you're the playmakers. Ches ain't the playmaker. That's not Ches's job, is to be a thug from the streets, which he does very well. Being a thug from the streets is something that Ches does very well. But he's not required to do what? To run the game and control the game. That's what the Zillage is doing. Same thing with for Tottenham. Harry Kane's job or Dele Alli's job isn't to run the game. That's Dembele's job. That's Eriksen's job. So for me, you looking at the game as a whole, it should have been 1-1. First half was Arsenal's, second half was Tottenham's. And for Tottenham, again, all I'm saying is that, my God, please, I'm begging you, Janssen can't be allowed to grace another pitch. Obviously, great thing for Harry Kane coming back. They needed to return back from injury. And Pochettino has to take Dembele aside and say, mates, we need you doing this consistently. Because the issue with Dembele is that he can just go to sleep, and sometimes his head isn't in the game. Get his confidence back and tell him that, mates, you have the ability to really run things and be consistent and be that engine we need to really win 5, 6, 7, 8 games in a row. Because again, for Tottenham, they need to raise again, and they need to change the game from what they did last season. But for Arsenal, man, it's like, I told you, I feel like a complete prick picking them to win this. I feel like a complete prick. And because I picked them to win it, I thought they'd win it, and they just shoved this in my face. So, yeah, both of these teams, for me, Arsenal, yes, again, you see a team that will get top 4 and so forth. But I'm sorry, again, this is another example of a team where they're not going to win it. I think for both of these teams, you don't really see title winners here, but you do see teams good enough to win the top 4. But bottom line, end of the day, if any Arsenal fan in this comments dare say that they can still win the title, I will find you and I will eat you. Remember to follow me on Twitter and on Facebook via my handle there at Half Hope Hot. I am on Twitter and on Facebook to keep up to date with my videos, my thoughts, my appearances on TV. Follow me right there. Guys, it only takes a few seconds. Please, if you enjoyed the vid, like the vid. It really helps to grow the channel. And if you're a new member, just subscribe to the channel right there. Subscribe right there to the channel for much more football hot stuff. Like the vid, subscribe, be part of the football hot fraternity. Stay black.